The purpose of this petition filing guide is to make the petition process clearer for members of the UCLA Undergraduate Students Association to navigate the judicial process and file petitions that accurately reflect their situation. Keep in mind, the example provided in this document is fictional, and any resemblance to a submitted petition is coincidental. All details provided in the example are for purely illustrative purposes to assist members of the association with understanding the components necessary for filing a petition. For questions or concerns regarding this document and guide, please email jboard@usac.ucla.edu. To access all the necessary documents for filing a petition, you can navigate to the USAC website and find the Documents button in the top right corner. From there, you will be able to access guiding documents such as the USAC Constitution, Judicial Board Constitution, Elections Code, and other policies. When filing your petition, you will need to reference specific policies that were violated, so having these documents handy is very helpful. To locate the documents of the Judicial Board, you will want to navigate to the USAC website and hover over the About button at the top of the page. There you will find a drop-down where you can select Judicial Board and be redirected to the Judicial Board website. Once there, you can find the Petition for Consideration for non-adversarial cases, the official rules of the Judicial Board, and a list of valid objections. You'll want to select the petition form relevant to your situation. Most petitions the Judicial Board receives use the Petition for Consideration form. This is the form that this petition guide will walk you through. As a reminder, please do your best when filling out a petition, as this helps us better understand your case. Per the Judicial Board bylaws, we may still hear a case if we believe the petition has merit. However, we cannot rule on violations that are not explicitly stated. For our example today, we're going to be following the scenario listed in the PDF version of the petition filing guide, in which Josie believes her campaign was suspended for reasons beyond her control.
On page 2 of the petition form, there are 4 criteria in which the Judicial Board will consider a case. UCLA USA Constitution Article 6, Section B, Clause 1 applies if the Judicial Board is ruling upon the constitutionality of legislation and official actions taken by an elected or appointed official of the USAC Council or another member of the association. Another member of the association includes any undergraduate student attending UCLA. UCLA USA Constitution Article 6, Section B, Clause 2 applies if you are a member of the USAC Council or another member of the association requesting for the Judicial Board to question, comment, or rule upon your matter. UCLA USA Constitution Article 6, Section B, Clause 3 applies if you are petitioning to a decision made by the Elections Board. In this case, the Judicial Board will serve as a Board of Appeals. Lastly, UCLA USA Constitution Article 6, Section B, Clause 4 applies if the Judicial Board needs to use other powers and responsibilities as delegated by the UCLA Chancellor. When completing this page, you may select all that apply to your situation. In our case, with Josie Bruin, she would check off UCLA USA Constitution Article 6, Section B, Clause 3. On page 3 of the petition, we ask that you provide a detailed account of the alleged violation along with all relevant provisions. Please demonstrate the direct relationship between the violation in question and the action of the member you are petitioning against, also known as the respondent. When listing the violations, you must explicitly enumerate the section, or the Judicial Board may not consider the potential violation. This includes the article number, section number, clause letter, if applicable, and the document you are stating from. For example, you may list Article 1, Section 4, Clause D of the official rules of the Judicial Board. For Josie Bruin, she would list Article 8.2, Section 3, Clause G, Part 2.
When writing a description of what occurred, make sure to be detailed. Include dates, times, relevant persons, and any information that you think the Judicial Board should know about your case. Your explanation should give us an accurate picture of what happened. Please avoid vague descriptions. This section allows us to discuss your case productively. Attach supporting documentation as needed, such as email receipts. Keep in mind that all of the information that you provide and attachments you include are subject to public disclosure.
When writing out your explanation, ensure that you have clearly referenced the exact passage and/or rule that you claim has been violated. It is highly recommended that the petition clearly present all essential factual allegations, cite the relevant rules and/or constitutional provisions. If you do not explicitly enumerate the violations you claim have been made, the Judicial Board will not consider them, even if they may have been implied. The Judicial Board retains discretion regarding what violations it will consider.
Attaching any supporting evidence. If you have any supporting evidence in the form of documents or visual representations, attach them to the email. You will then be able to reference these items in your textual accounts. You will then report the effects and magnitude of your alleged violations, which in this example case is the risk to Josie's candidacy inflicted by her inability to campaign. Ensure that your explanation is as direct as possible, as the Judicial Board cannot make assumptions based on implied effects.
When beginning a remedy section, please note the key phrase unreasonable/unworkable remedies will not be implemented. In terms of election board cases, the most common remedy involves reinstatement and/or allowing election results to move forward into the appointment stage. Judicial Board has the ability to support these remedies. For example, Josie Bruin wants to be reinstated on her campaign. In terms of cases that are at the request of the council or member of the association, remedies can be mediated based on the alleged offense. When ruling upon the constitutionality of legislation and official actions of elected or appointed officials, remedies would include finding legislation/official actions constitutional or in violation. When concerning questions, comments, or ruling upon other matters, remedies have a broader scope depending on the case presented. If you are unsure about the validity of your remedy, understand that the Judicial Board, if the petition is granted, has final say on remedial actions. The information to support this claim can be found in Article 10, Section 1, Clause A of the Official Rules of the Judicial Board. For listing the involved parties, if you are submitting a petition, you are the petitioner. Please write your full legal name/organization. Any party, person, or organization that you are in opposition against/demanding remediation from will be the respondent. Please put the name of the respondent in the defendant section.
Lastly, you and your representative are going to sign off the statement of authenticity with your electronic signature and date. Here you are attesting that all the information above is true and to the best of your knowledge. Any falsification of the petition will lead to its denial or withdrawal if discovered post-approval. Some additional petition guidelines. 1. Petitions must be typed in 12-point Georgia font with 1-inch margins. 2. The document must not exceed 20 pages in length. And 3. The petitions must be dated with electronic signatures where indicated. As a reminder, all information submitted in the petition, including supporting evidence and petition verbiage, will be publicly posted on the USAC Judicial Board website. The only information that will be redacted is sensitive personal information such as addresses, university IDs, phone numbers, etc. Lastly, all you need to do is save the PDF and title it accordingly, and email it to the Judicial Board, jboard@usac.ucla.edu. Your petition will not be considered received until you get a confirmation email from the Chief Justice or Associate Chief Justice.